Athens, Georgia is the place for some midweek softball here on the SEC Network. It's an in-state battle as the Georgia Southern Eagles have taken flight from Statesboro up north to take on the Georgia Bulldogs in the final midweek tune-up for the Bulldogs before the last 2 weekends of SEC play. And we welcome you here to Jack Turner Stadium. Caleb Frady, Mary Wilson, Navant. Georgia coming off a pretty tough weekend series here at home, taking 1 of 3 from Texas. Final midweek tune-up here. 2 more conference weekends left. This is a big game here tonight.
Yeah, for Georgia tonight, it's going to be all about clean, controlled softball, good pitching, solid defense, and just getting really prepared for this weekend.
Georgia wanting to set itself up to potentially host in the NCAA tournament, be a top 16 seed. We look at the resume to this point, a 33-13 record, a 15 RPI, good strength of schedule. These games are going to be important to continue a hot streak.
Absolutely. RPI is one of those top determining factors in postseason seeding. So getting a couple wins, strong quality wins in this last part of the season is going to be huge.
Opportunities for quality wins are going to be there as you take a look at the remainder of the SEC slate after tonight's Georgia Southern on the road in Norman to take on Oklahoma. A top 10 Florida team will come here. So Georgia looking to try to win, 2-3 more games here and keep that RPI high.
Absolutely. And obviously, tough loss this past weekend, but had some really good moments from this last series against Texas that they can take into this next stretch of competitive softball.
I know Tony Baldwin really happy with his team over the weekend and the way they competed against the Longhorns. As Georgia dropped the opener on Saturday, but won Sunday, and then lost in extras on Monday. And Randy Rolling, the ace of the staff, going to get the start here. Your Friday night starter getting a little bit of midweek work here this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a really interesting choice for this midweek game, but I'm really excited to see her come out and really control the zone early. We know that that's something that she has to do to really shine, is attack the zone early, but she's going to be throwing mid-60s. She's going to have really good vertical separation with her drop and rise combination, but she can throw east and west as well as changing up speeds with her changeup as well.
The Kayla Christensen, the second baseman, to lead things off here. As Delaney Thames and Emma Davis will also see the plate here in the first inning. Davis, top 10. Runs, hits, doubles, walks, and stolen bases in Georgia Southern history. Be a tough out here tonight. It'll be Kayla Christensen getting things started for the Eagles here in the top half of the first inning. And she takes a look at a ball. 1-0 the count to her. Christensen, a sophomore from Palm Harbor, Florida, and Eastlake High School. .338 hitter on the season. That one ripped foul. Count moves 1-2 here on the second baseman. Jaden Goodwin, Natalie Ray, and Sarah Gordon left to right in the Georgia outfield this afternoon. As Rolling rocks on the 1-2. That one will go outside, count evens 2-2. Bailey Lindemuth at third base. Brooke Smith getting the start at shortstop this evening. 2-2, that one is going to drop in for a base hit. And the leadoff hitter, Christensen, aboard with a single. And the Eagles in business here in the first.
We'll see this one again right here. She's able to take this one up the middle. Ray pauses on that and holds back, doesn't try to go for that diving catch. It's a little too far out in front, so she'll get that single. First base runner on.
Here's Delaney Thames bunting one back foul, 0-1. Local product from Statesboro, Southeast Bullock High School. 5'9" junior. Randy rolling ahead here, 0-2. Kirsten Roos at second, Gabby Novickis at first, and Marissa Miller catching the balls and strikes here defensively for Georgia this afternoon, the 0-2. Fouled back. Emma Davis, who we highlighted there just a moment ago, waits on deck. Love the opportunity to bat here with at least a runner on, if not two. We were talking there, put your Friday night starter out there in a midweek game. Obviously, it's the final midweeker of the season. Looking to try to maybe work on some things. You mentioned when you pitch, sometimes being sore, it's good to go out there and get some work.
Yeah, someday it could be a few different things. Obviously, she could be getting out there wanting to work through a few pitches and how she feels, just making sure to get her timing right. She could want to work through some soreness and really get good competition in with live batters before they face OU this weekend. So there's definitely a few different options right there. And she's definitely come out strong after that first batter with a strikeout, using that rise ball to really move through the zone.
One on and one down here for the center fielder, Emma Davis. That one comes high. J.C. Bartley is our home plate umpire tonight, calling the balls and strikes. Phil Friels is at first. Anthony Ross at third base this evening. Davis chases after that one. 1-1 the count. Davis, a 5'3" senior from Grayson. Former Grayson Ram, batting .354 here on the season. Look at the left-hand hitting Emma Davis. Lefty on lefty matchup here for Randy Rolling.
With the spin that Randy Rolling is producing on the ball, you know that hurt. It's probably stung Marissa Miller behind the plate a little bit. So umpire just giving her a second to let that one shake off.
J.C. Bartley heading out there to inspect the ball.
Wipe off the plate, the 3 grains of dirt off the plate.
Randy's opinion, you like this ball? You want another one? Give the catcher a moment to work on it. Here's a ground ball to short. To second for 1, and that'll be the only play as Emma Davis with a ton of speed. Legging that one out at first. It'll be the fielder's choice.
Yep. The Bulldogs have had some really impressive double plays throughout the season. With Emma Davis's speed right there, I don't know if you can make that play. This is probably good for them to hold off.
Davis will reach on the fielder's choice. Here's Valerie Combs. Fouling one back into the net, 0-1, Nashville, Illinois. And a Western Illinois transfer. One of just 3 transfers on the roster. Otherwise, it is a heavily high school recruited group here for Sharon Perkins. One. They'll ask for an appeal at first. Say she didn't go. 3-1 the count. Rolling a pitch away from getting out of the inning. And a good job backing that one up there as Roos slid over. Otherwise, that one was headed to center.
Yeah, those are those little things that this defense needs to be doing in order to not let those errors happen. That ball is safe right there because Roos was behind second base, backing that throw up. If not, you now have a runner in on third.
For Davis, her 6th stolen base of the season in 8 tries. As this one will go to the corner, but foul. Braylon Queen, the first baseman, waits on deck. Already 22 pitches here in the inning for Rolling. Here's 23. It's swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts in the inning for the Georgia left-hander. That'll strand the runner at second, and Georgia will bat for the first time. Kaylee Croft, the 5'5" left-hander from Moreland, Georgia, will go to the circle here for the Eagles to get things started on a Wednesday night. 5.73 ERA here, 30 walks, 28 strikeouts on the year, and batters going .341 against her. Offensively for Georgia, it'll be Kirsten Roos, Jaden Goodwin, and Tyler Ellison all due up here in the first. Natalie Ray with a .433 average in SEC play, good for first on the team. She'll bat 6th here this evening for Tony Baldwin's Bulldogs. JC Bilbrey, Emma Davis, and Brooke Kell left to right in the Georgia Southern outfield as the senior from Olcottville, Indiana, stands in with a .333 average here on the year. Samira Tigg will work third this afternoon for Georgia Southern. Delaney Thames at short. Kayla Christensen at second. As the 3-0 misses, it'll be a 4-pitch walk for Roos. And she'll head down to first base where Braylon Queen waits on her there defensively for the Eagles.
In their last midweek like today, the Bulldogs are going to take advantage of free passes like that walk right there. Try to get on the board early and get some run support for Randy Rolling in the circle.
Saw the catcher Valerie Combs go out and already want to talk with her pitcher here, getting this leadoff runner aboard. Final midweeker for Georgia Southern here as well. So Southern fighting for Southern Conference tournament positioning, so certainly want to get things dialed up. Got a big one this weekend as App State will come to Statesboro. As the first one is going to be sent over the head of the left fielder. That one will find the fence. Getting waved around is Roos. She will score with no cutoff throw. As Jaden Goodwin stands at second, it'll be a double and an RBI, and Georgia leads 1-0.
Goodwin lets this ball get deep on the outer half of the plate, lets it get deep, and is able to take that to almost the opposite G like they like to do. And you can see Roos does not slow down. She's able to get that first run on the board for the Bulldogs as well.
Tyler Ellison, the designated player, will bat third here this afternoon. And already in the bottom of the first, we have tied the combined number of hits and runs scored in last year's matchup. As that one goes in the dirt, 2-1 the count here to Ellison. Last year's matchup in Athens, both teams, Southern had one hit in the entire game. Georgia was held hitless with a perfect game going until the bottom of the sixth inning with 2 out. A solo home run ended up being the only run and hit of the day. This one may be another one as that one bounces off the top of the wall. Getting waved around is Goodwin. She'll score. Georgia saving up the offense from last year to use this year. 2-0 Georgia here in the first.
Yeah, you can tell the offense is coming out strong today, wanting to attack. Tyler Ellison able to take this ball opposite field. Kel does a good job of playing it off the wall. She knows it's going to bounce, and she's able to cut Ellison off for that single, but not before a run scores.
Here's Sarah Gordon, the cleanup hitter. And the pitcher for that Georgia Southern team last year, Maddie Johnson, transferred to Georgia in the offseason.
You have to imagine that that game had a little bit to do with that and that performance.
Local product from here in the Athens area, so you know Tony Baldwin certainly was excited to get her, but getting to watch her up close and personal, no hit, perfect game. Your team threw 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth. Certainly it'll get your attention.
It sure will.
Tony Baldwin there in the third base dugout. That one will miss. 3-1 the count. To center. Davis has that one squared up. She'll watch it in, and that'll be the first out of the inning here defensively for the Eagles. Runner at first with 1 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Gabby Navickas. Navickas, a .387 hitter on the year. Took a home run cut there on that one, came up empty. And in her freshman campaign, hitting close to 400. A Georgia team a season ago that was very young, struggled offensively, has really kind of found another groove here this year with a more experienced team. But you still get a true freshman in the lineup that's hitting nearly 400.
Yeah, it's really impressive what Gabby Novickas has done. She's been able to consistently stay in the lineup and take advantage of the opportunities that have been given to her. The only freshman that we've seen throughout the whole season.
Yep.
Consistently.
Outside to even the count up at 2-2. Freshman from Chicago. That one will drop into right for a base hit. Cut off and thrown to second as Ellison will go into scoring position. Novickas with a one-out single. We mentioned Natalie Ray there a moment ago when you saw the Georgia batting 9 this afternoon. Team best batting average in SEC play. Senior from Covington. A couple of stops prior to making it to Athens has been a big addition for Georgia here in this senior campaign.
And I think she's another testament to taking advantage of opportunities that have been given to her. She was someone who was not starting at the beginning of the season, had a few clutch moments and some big opportunities, and took advantage. And now she's a consistent starter, and it shows. With a bunt like this, she's able to run it out, use her speed to not only get herself on base, but to move her teammate to third.
And nothing to challenge there, as you saw in the replay. She beat that one out by a good step and a half. So the bases are going to be loaded here with one away. You saw Sharon Perkins come out of the dugout there momentarily. Talk with our home plate umpire, and no challenge. And that'll bring up the catcher, Marissa Miller, in the 7th spot here, the 5'11 senior from Suwanee. 286 average on the season. Georgia already leading 2-0 on the back of 4 hits here in the first. But with one out and the base is loaded, if you're Georgia, you'd really like to get a couple more here.
If you're the fan in the stands that gets $1,000 if Georgia hits a grand slam, you'd probably really want that grand slam too.
It's a tough economy out there. You
Yeah,
take every dollar
there's
you
our grand slam dog. I don't know what they actually call that person.
There's a ground ball. Throw home will get the lead runner as Ellison is out at home, and a good defensive play there. As Delaney Thames fires it in.
Yeah, Thames with that heads-up defense knows that she is a runner going home and is able to quickly make that play. Probably a tighter play than you'd like in that situation, just because of that distance between short and home.
So here's the 8-hitter Bailey Lindemuth. Sophomore from Burleson, Texas. One and one the count to the Texas Tech transfer. Turns on this one, foul back into the net. 1-2. That one will be fair. That one's going to roll to the wall, taken by a step there. Couple of runs will come across. They'll be at second and third with 2 away. But the bat of Bailey Lindemuth driving in 2 more for Georgia. It's 4-0.
Lindemuth able to do her job, get that ball right over the head of Queen at first. Score some more runs. So barely on the line, barely in play.
So it's a 2-run double for Bailey Lindemuth. She'll be a second. Miller at third with 2 down. And Georgia will have sent all 9 to the plate here in the first inning as the 9-hitter Brooke Smith stands in. Do know the count here to Smith. Native Mississippian. Two and 2 the count here to Smith. Top of the order would you back up here. In the dirt, count full now with 2 down. First base is empty, but a pinch away from getting out of the inning. You'd really not want to give a walk up. Smith fouling that one away. The 3-2. Ground ball to short. And the throw will get the out at first, but a productive first inning for Georgia offensively. 4-0 Georgia as we head to the second. Second inning here in Athens as Georgia leads Southern 4-0. Sharon Perkins, 5th season with the Eagles, former Georgia Tech head coach and Georgia assistant for several years, part of 2 SEC championships. And of course, these two play each other regularly, so certainly 2 programs very familiar with each other. Georgia Southern struggling a little bit this year. 19-26 on the year. 6-12 in the Sun Belt. With 2 big series left to go in the regular season before the Sun Belt tournament. Got App State at home this weekend, then we'll come up to Atlanta to take on Georgia State in the final weekend of the regular season. 5, 6, and 7 for the Eagles here in the second inning. Braylon Queen, J.C. Bilbrey, and Demery Gray all will bat here in the second inning. The 1-1 comes inside. 2-1 the count to the first baseman. Randy Rolling for her second inning of work. That one fouled back. Well hit to center. Ray has to track back and watch that one fall into the glove. And a little chase given there by the Georgia center fielder into the glove for the first out of the inning.
Randy Rolling definitely working that rise ball spin a lot tonight, which will produce pop-ups like that.
Hawks this one into right field. That one off the top of the wall, just barely missing a home run, and quickly making her way into second base is J.C. Bilbrey. And the freshman from Nolensville, Tennessee, just missed a home run.
Yeah, again, that rise ball that Randy Rolling's throwing, doesn't have as much spin on that one, not as much movement, so she's able to take that one long. Sarah Gordon was able to play that one off the wall, watched it off the wall well, and stopped her at second.
There's Demery Gray, freshman from Loganville. Not too terribly far down the road from Athens. 0-1 is sent to left. Into the glove of Goodwin for the second out. Jaden Goodwin out in left field for Georgia. 2 down. Here is the third baseman, Samira Tigg. Five-foot sophomore from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. .170 average here on the season. Appeal to third base. Anthony Ross says no. 2-0 the count. 2 down and a runner at second. Andy Rowland been a little bit more efficient here in this second inning. 23 pitches in the first. Got deep in the count a couple of times. That ball's going to get away from Miller, and that will put Bilbrey at third. Count 3-0 now to Tig. It'll be a wild pitch charged to Rolling. That one right down the middle for a strike. One misses, so they'll be on the corners now with 2 away. A little bit of that relaxation you sometimes get with 2 down.
Yeah, and I do feel like her ball right then was not spinning as much as and not moving as much as we know it can. I was just thinking about it. The Bulldogs played on Monday night, so yesterday, Tuesday, would have been their off day. So you're coming fresh into this ball game after not having practiced. That's really tough.
Raquel will ground out to Rolling, and that'll strand the runners as Southern leaves them on base. 4-0 Georgia. Georgia offense going early here this afternoon in the first. 4 runs on 5 hits after Jaden Goodwin's double drove a run in. Tyler Ellison singles off the wall to drive 1 more. And then Bailey Lindemuth, a double, would play 2. And Georgia 4 runs on 5 hits in the first. And lead 4-0 here as we go to the second inning. And Georgia sent all 9 to the plate there in the first, so it'll be right back to the top of the order again in back-to-back innings. And in the 3-game series against top 5 Texas, averaged 4 runs a game, already 4 in an inning here tonight.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want to see from the Bulldogs during their last midweek game, coming out strong offensively and getting prepared for the rest of the season.
After these 2 teams combined for 2 hits last year and 1 run, already 7 hits and 4 runs for Georgia. The 1-0 is skied to left. Going all the way back to the warning track, and then coming in is Bilbrey. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
I thought that might go out purely because of how high it was. I thought it might carry a little bit further.
And a good start to the inning here for Georgia Southern. And Kaylee Croft, after walking the leadoff hitter there in the first, that one a slow rolling foul ball, will finally roll foul.
We'll see it again right here. Goodwin taking that bunt down the line. She knows that that first baseman, Queen, is playing back a little bit, so she's going to take it down that line. Ultimately, it does just roll out of fair play.
Had the double back in the first. That one will roll to the plate. 1-1 the count. One and one the count here to Goodwin. Outside 2-1 the count. Tyler Ellison waits on deck. Already a better start to the inning for Croft than what she had there in the first. Bruce walked on 4 straight. That one will be sent to right. And it'll be a 2-for-2 day for Jaden Goodwin here, a double and a single.
Goodwin able to take that ball that's on the middle to outer half the plate. She does pull it to the right side of the field right there.
Strike to Tyler Ellison. RBI single in the first inning. Drove the 3-1 to right center. Behind here 0-1. 1-1 the count to the Georgia designated player. Tied for third on the team with home runs at 8. Ground ball to third, looked in and to second for 1, not in time for the second. The lead runner in Goodwin is retired, 2 down. Ellison aboard on the fielder's choice.
I think you have an opportunity for a double play right here. There's just a little bit, it's a little bit slow for that double play, but I think if you make those transfers a little bit quicker, you have a shot at getting Ellison out right there.
Samira Tigg at third base for Georgia Southern. Maybe it looked like it took her a second to kind of get that one out of the glove.
Yeah, initially I thought she did like a double pump almost, but it wasn't a double pump. It did just take her a second to actually transfer it out of the glove.
One and one to count here to Sarah Gordon. Got a piece there, 1-2. Bouncer to short, underhand to second for 1. And that will get the Eagles out of the second inning. 4-0 as we head to the third. is complete on a gorgeous Wednesday afternoon in Athens, Georgia. 4-0 as the Dogs lead the Eagles. Final midweek tune-up for both teams here in 2026 with 2 conference weekends remaining. It'll be Georgia Southern now top of the order. And second time through the lineup here, and looking at Randy Rolling, it'll be Christensen, Thames, and Davis all due up here in the third. That one pulled foul. 0-1 the count here to Kayla Christensen, who singled in to lead off the game in the first. One and one the count here. One and two the count. Got to update my oldest. Got a hit in his playoff game tonight.
Let's go.
These Cherokee Blue Jays, 5- and 6-year-olds in the playoffs.
Nothing like some coach pitch.
That's right. Called strike 3 here on Kayla Christensen.
Coach pitch is not what we're getting here from Randy Rolling. With a beautiful drop ball in the outer half of the plate.
What a really nice job by Marissa Miller there behind the plate, too, just to hold that thing, frame it right.
Yeah, she doesn't let it drop. She's going to keep it firm where it crosses.
One and one the count here to Delaney Thames. Shortstop struck out back in the first inning for the first out. Now on high, 2-1. 3 strikeouts now on the evening for Randy Rolling. Pulled foul. Two and two the count. Count full here for Thames. Emma Davis hitting .354 coming into today for the Eagles, waiting on deck in the 3 spot. Payoff pitch. Just got a piece to stay alive there, full count.
Randy Rolling is consistently going for that rise ball later in the counts when she is late in those counts. So you can tell it's a pitch that's feeling good for her right now. She feels like she can throw it convincingly for a strike or for a swing.
3-2, swung on and missed for strike 3. Strikeout number 4. As she gets Thames to chase after that one.
There's some beautiful spin on this ball right there. Got a little bit of curve action, a little bit of rise action.
It's a tough one to hit.
It is. Coming in towards your hands, it's a very hard one to hit.
2 down and the base is empty. There's a ground ball. A good stop at second, and the throw in time, and Kirsten Roos prevents that one from getting to the outfield. And the defense coming through for Georgia. It's a 1-2-3 inning defensively for the Dogs as Georgia leads 4-0. Team a season ago struggled a little bit offensively. Noticeable improvement across the board here this year in runs per game, record, home runs, but the series wins. Hard to imagine this Georgia program not winning an SEC series a season ago. Already with 3 here and a couple of big ones still to come.
Yeah, and last year it wasn't they never got swept.
Yep.
They just never won a series. They always took one, which was good for your freshman, your really young team.
And taking 2 right here is Gabby Novickis as she slides into second base with a leadoff double, jumping on the first pitch. She's 2 for 2.
Talk about leading the team off right here, is able to take that one, get her hands behind it, take it opposite field, literally to the oppo G, and leg it out to get a double.
The way it kind of bounced off the wall, she was already at first, and first baseman decided to use the Jets there.
She turned it on.
Natalie Ray fouling one back, and there's certain positions that aren't necessarily known for their speed. You think catcher, first base. But the double right there from Novickis.
That was a big one. An extra base right there.
Popped up and into the mitt of the catcher Valerie Combs for the first out.
Great job by Combs right there. That was a really high foul ball behind her, so she was able to throw off that helmet so she could get a good visual on it, turn around so she could catch that ball spinning into her glove and not away from her glove.
There's Marissa Miller, and that is the 8th double of the year for Gabby Novickis. This one turned foul. 1-1 to count to Marissa Miller.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands.
That one, a line drive to center. As Davis squares that one up and pulls it in for the second out.
For an offense that came out so strong in the first inning, Croft has been able to keep them at bay in the second and now third innings.
Yeah, very impressed with her. Once she settled in, she has pitched really well. This one popped to right. Kell giving chase, and with a foot on the warning track, will watch it in. Novickus with the leadoff double, but she'll be stranded there as they go down in order after that. 3 complete. It's 4-0 Georgia. Three innings for Randy Rolling, and as we go to the fourth, Georgia will make a pitching change here as the right-handed freshman from Baxley, Georgia, Presley Harrison, will go to the circle for the Dogs. A 3.66 ERA for her in the freshman campaign.
Harrison's going to come in tonight in a good situation. She's got some run support behind her. She's going to be throwing mid to high 60s. She's going to throw a little bit of everything, a rise, a screw, a curve, drop. She's got a really good off speed as well. But her bread and butter is going to be that rise and screw combination.
And the first pitch to Valerie Combs is fouled away. 0-1 the count. 4, 5, and 6 for the Eagles here in the fourth. It's 4 runs on 7 hits for Georgia. No errors defensively. 4 have been left. Ground ball to short. And in time for the out. Meanwhile, Georgia Southern scoreless on 2 hits. No errors defensively. And the Eagles have stranded 3. This one, a little pop into no man's land. Tough play there as Smith at short to shallow. And Ray too deep. And Georgia Southern, its 3rd hit of the game.
This ball in a very similar position as one of the first hits of the ball game.
Christensen.
Yeah. Just kind of in no man's land. Natalie Ray not able to get to that for a diving play. It would be a really impressive play if she was able to get to that ball.
So Braylon Queen aboard with her first hit of the game. Here's J.C. Bilbrey. Bilbrey, little glove flip for 1. How about that? Not in time at first for the double, but goodness gracious. About to flip with the glove there.
That was really cool. Rue's pulling out all the stops tonight for last midweek. We'll see it again. Doesn't even flinch, is able to get it out of her glove very seamlessly. Most players, when they do that sort of handoff, it's gonna kind of get stuck in the glove almost. But she's able to open up that glove wide and get that ball to Smith at second.
That was impressive.
Very impressive.
A 4-6 put out of Queen at second. And here is Demery Gray already behind 0-2. Fouled back. That one nearly coming into the press box up here.
We should start bringing our gloves too.
We've got a mark on the glass right
This is
above your
true.
head where one came at us earlier this season. One, two is high. Counts evened up 2-2. Coming in at us up there. 2-2 chases after that one outside for a third strike. Bottom of the fourth as Georgia leads 4-0. Bottom of the fourth inning here in Athens, and SEC in the top 10 this week on the ESPN.com USA softball poll. 6 teams in the top 10, and Georgia right on the edge at 11. And you see why that Georgia strength of schedule at 10 nationally. We'll have seen 4 of those teams by the end of the season.
And 3 of these back-to-back at the end of the season right here. So we had Texas this past weekend, Oklahoma, #1 next weekend.
Florida close out the regular season as this one's going to roll to the wall. And it is a leadoff double by Brooke Smith in the 9th spot. And the speedy freshman driving that one to the wall, already in scoring position and now top of the order coming.
Yeah, she's able to take that ball, really get around it, and drive it out to the outfield. A little misstep by Kell out there, maybe slipped in the warning track a little bit, but no doubter that Brooke Smith was going to get to second on that with her speed.
So Smith in scoring position, top of the order now for Georgia, 3rd time through. And Kirsten Roos, the second baseman. Roos has walked and flew out this afternoon, looking for her first hit of the day. Squares to bunt, gets a piece foul, 1-1 the count. As came around to score there on that bunt, walk earlier in the first. 2 for 2 day for Jaden Goodwin. 2 for 2 day for Gabby Novickis. Every Georgia batter has reached today. As you see Brooke Smith at second. the most recent Bulldog to reach. (3-1). That one rocketed to left center. That one is gone. A no-doubter off the bat of Kirsten Roos. It'll be a 2-run shot for her. Number 13 on the season. And Georgia leads 6-0.
We had gone quiet on the boards there for a second, but Ruth said, no way. Sending this one yard. She takes advantage of a pitch that's a little bit elevated in the zone, is able to take that one to the outfield stands.
Well, and after making that really nice defensive play in the top half of the inning,
she has to be feeling herself right now.
Gonna have to come back
Just
with a good one on the bat. And we will have a pitching change here for Georgia Southern. And we will reset with the change. Georgia leading 6-0. A new arm for Georgia Southern here in the fourth as the right-hander Hannah Worthington. And the first one off her hands going to be sent back where it came from to right as Jaden Goodwin now 3 for 3 on the day with a double and 2 singles.
Goodwin loves to hop on a first pitch, and she did not hesitate to hop on Worthington's first pitch.
Allison looks at a ball. 1-0 the count here to the designated player. She has singled and reached on a fielder's choice today. And therefore, strike 2 and 1. Even 3 ERA on the season. In 7 innings of work, she has walked 3, no strikeouts to this point.
You know, with only 7 innings pitched thus far in the season, that there's coming into this game against Georgia, we've got like a decent crowd here. There's probably some adrenaline pumping through her system, so looking for her to settle down a little bit, control that adrenaline, and work through this inning.
Leads the team in ERA with that even 3. Full count here to Tyler Ellison. Ellison, a senior for this Georgia squad. Her numbers, as they have continued to improve year over year.
A true story of improvement.
This one skied to left center. Davis comes on and makes the catch for the out. First out of the inning here for Worthington. One on and one out for Sarah Gordon, who was 0 for 2 but reached on the fielder's choice in the second. Coming into today, Worthington's given up 4 runs, 3 earned. Banners go 2-14 against her. Just her 5th appearance of the season. Does have a win in relief. Georgia with a runner at first here. 2-0 the count to Gordon.
Worthington's throwing a little bit slower than the Bulldogs typically see. She's throwing mid to high 50s. So the Bulldogs really going to need to kind of slow down their process a little bit and their timing to get on top of her pitches.
And that's a challenge. We talk about, you know, in a midweeker like this, Georgia's going to throw probably harder or as hard as maybe Georgia Southern has seen on just a few instances this year, as the 3-1 is sent to left center. And Davis once again making a nice catch on the warning track for the second out of the inning. But on the flip side of that, Georgia's used to seeing, you know, upper 60s, low 70s. And when you slow it down, there is an adjustment to be made.
Absolutely, and it's harder to get those long balls as well, which Georgia is so used to just being able to do very naturally with the speeds that are provided in the SEC.
Hot shot there at Tony Baldwin.
He acted kind of cool as he stepped back for that one. He's not phased.
I'd be a little terrified, but I imagine he's had that happen so many times. You're kind of,
Once or twice.
you know, like, I'm not too worried about that one.
And notice how far he's standing. He's way out of that coach's box area. He's real far back there. He knows how powerful his hitters are.
Nearly to the grass there. Vickus fouls that one off, 1-2. Two for 2 day for Novickus. Singled and scored in the first. She doubled in the third. Count evens up 2-2. Georgia as a team hitting .476 today. That one bounces in the dirt. Goodwin will take second. I think the number that jumps out at me is the situational hitting for Georgia today. 375 with runners on, hitting 444 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, those are the numbers that are going to get you further in postseason. When you can keep those numbers strong, you're going to be in a really good position late in the season.
Wild pitch that moves Goodwin into scoring position, but it'll be a full count walk for Gabby Novickus. So first and second with 2 out for Natalie Ray, and I think we'll have a pinch runner at first base. And Emma Castori will run for Georgia, and Gabby Novickus. Here's Natalie Ray, 1 for 2. Two on, two out for Georgia Southern defensively here in the fourth. And you're one pitch away from getting out of the inning, but 6-0 with 2 on. You're a pitch away from also putting yourself in a run rule situation if you miss on one.
Yeah, as a pitcher, you've got to be very picky with where you're placing the ball right here.
That one to left, and waiting on it is the left fielder. She'll track it in. Georgia will put 2 more on the board here in the fourth. A 2-run shot by Kirsten Roos, clearing the fence at 6-0. Right-hander Destin Howard for Georgia, be the third pitcher of the afternoon for the Dogs, and the senior from Macon gets set to go in the circle here. 17th appearance of the season, a 3.07 ERA, 15 walks, 25 strikeouts. She'll be bringing some heat.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be bringing a little bit more speed than this Georgia Southern team has probably seen. Hitting 70, 71, 72 oftentimes. She's going to throw a little bit of everything. Has a drop, curve, screw, change. It's going to be really key for her to attack the zone early, especially with this run support, just working her pitches in the zone.
Will be Tigkel and Christensen here in the Georgia Southern top half of the 5th inning. Tig with a walk today. .72 miles an hour out of the hand of Destin Howard.
Believe it or not, that's not as fast as she can throw either. She's been clocked at up to 75 during practices.
Hit 73 there on that one as it flies off the end of Tig's bat and into the glove of Gordon in right field. Emma Castori is now on defensively for Georgia to play first base after running for Novicus.
Number 12,
There's Castori at first base. pinch hitter here for Georgia Southern. Kyla Maxwell will pinch hit. .59 from Snellville, Georgia. Behind here, 1 and 2. Upstairs, 2 and 2. The count even here on Maxwell. 148 hitter in reserve action this season for the Eagles. This will be the 23rd game she's played in. 148 slugs 185. Full count 3 and 2. Called strike 3 as Maxwell retired on strikes. 2 down here for Destin Howard.
This pitch really well located on the inside corner, is able to freeze up Maxwell right there for that strikeout.
Top of the order here, and third time through for Georgia Southern, Kayla Christensen. Two and 0 the count here to her. She is 1 for 2 on the day. Singled to open the ball game. Struck out looking back in the third. Full count here with 2 away and the base is empty. And it's a 2-out walk here for Christensen. Second time she has reached today.
Up next, the shortstop, number 17, Bethany James.
A little dancing going on there in the Georgia Southern dugout.
Gotta love a little cheer.
2-out rally, hopefully, right here.
Yeah. Get on the board for the Eagles.
The Delaney Thames batting here with 2 away for Georgia Southern. Georgia and Georgia Southern, 2 programs very familiar with each other. 36th meeting all time between these two. Georgia owns a 34-1 record in the previous 35. The only win coming back in 2000, a 1-0 win for Georgia Southern in Statesboro. But we mentioned last year, Georgia getting out of Athens with a 1-0 win. With the lone hit of the game for Georgia, a solo home run in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Definitely probably made it a little bit too close for comfort after such a long win streak.
Tuo gets in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. 2-1 is popped up into right field. Gordon will watch it in. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Georgia leading 6-0. Not a cloud in the sky as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Athens. A 6-0 lead for Georgia here in the bottom half. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Georgia here in the 5th inning in front of a good crowd. And Georgia going to pinch hit here as we get set to get the 5th inning going. It'll be Molly Mitchell set to hit. So Molly Mitchell will stand in for Georgia. And that one gets in there for a strike, 0-1. Sophomore from Austin, Texas. Batting .267 on the season, slugging .467. And Hannah Worthington coming out quickly attacking the zone here, 0-2.
Yeah, 2 quick strikes. She's able to freeze Molly Mitchell so far in this at-bat.
0-2 is lifted foul. Grounded right on the line. That one will stay fair as Queen will field it and take it herself for the first out. That one right on the line.
Yeah, it definitely was. I thought it might be called foul, but you see it literally stays over the center line between those first base, the white bag and the orange bag over there.
Well, now the officials are getting together and talking about it. Tony Baldwin came over and I think asked for them to talk about it. And I think Georgia's challenging the call on the field. Or they're going to overturn the call here and say that was a foul ball. So Mitchell gets back in the box. So the 0-2 goes outside, 1-2 the count now. And another look at it here. really close play at first base. And now if you're Worthington, you thought you had an out. Now you got to come back and you see 2 balls after that little brief delay. To right, that ball is out of here. A solo home run by Molly Mitchell, and that's why you always ask for a second look. As the pinch hitting Mitchell gets her first of the season. Teammates fired up for that one. It's 7-0 Georgia.
What a fun milestone. We'll see it again right here. Molly Mitchell getting more and more on time throughout this at-bat. That ball that was just called back, she was out in front of it, but she's able to adjust her timing and hit that one on the nail for her first home run of the season.
And again, called out on the 0-2 ground out. They ruled out a foul ball. She takes 2 balls and sends the third one over the wall. Here's Bailey Lindemuth. And that ball will be a foul ball. And Tony Baldwin.
He is fired up about it.
He's saying, you gave me the one.
Yeah.
This one
You're
wasn't
like,
even
"Come on,
as,
I need
this
the
one
second
wasn't
one."
even as close. Oh, that one just tails past the
Yeah.
bag there.
That one definitely was foul before the bag.
Always going to be fighting for every inch.
You have to as a coach. You got to fight for your players.
Lindemuth behind here, 0-2. That one's going to hit Lindemuth.
Right in the toe.
Saw her kind of kick the foot. It doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't feel good. That ball just tails off to hit that back toe. And immediately she's feeling that.
Lindemuth at first base. Here's Brooke Smith, who had a double her previous time up. Trying to square to bunt here. Man, that one will foul off of her feet. And while we have a moment, want to certainly thank our crew for all their efforts here this afternoon. Rachel Lematrian down at third base, working the camera for us this afternoon. Phoenix a day up top with us, bringing you the high shots. One misses, 1-1 the count. Austin Simmons, our high first. Austin gets big props for getting the audio box plugged up before the game, because this doofus did not know how to hook that up and came to the rescue, made sure we could hear each other tonight. So Austin, big props, getting it done here this afternoon. Here's Brooke Smith getting it done with a single to move runners first and second. Clay Malloy out in center with those ball and strike views like this one right here. And there's Austin's work. Watching that one into the glove. Appreciate y'all. Brian Gierach down on the low first here this afternoon. Our camera crew always doing a great job here at Jack Turner Stadium. Top of the order for Kirsten Roos, a strike 0-1. Michael Feinberg, our technical director here this afternoon. Caroline Rochelle assisting. Rissa Rogas on video. Sam Walters on graphics this afternoon. Jaden Marvin on bug Daniel Oakes, our replay lead, with Connor McDuffie on replay as well. Stephen Hill, our director this afternoon. And the Tennessee Volunteer, Bryson Wright, producing for us this afternoon. In the final midweek home game of the season for Georgia. That one will bounce off the ground and hit Roos. And the bases are loaded here with nobody out.
That one low out of the hand immediately from Worthington. So Georgia Southern in a tough position right now. You have bases loaded, no outs.
And they're going to make a pitching change because of that. Shaylin Stringer will be the new hurler. We'll get you caught up here in just a second. Freshman from the Sweet Onion capital, Vidalia, Georgia. Onto the circle here, Shaylin Stringer, a 5'8" freshman. A 5.38 ERA here on the season. This will be appearance number 16, and she inherits a bit of a mess. As the bases are loaded with nobody out here for Jaden Goodwin. Goodwin jumping on the first one like she likes to do, pulls that one foul, 0-1.
It's a tough position as a freshman for Stringer to be in. As I mentioned earlier, there's definitely a lot of adrenaline probably happening right now. You have bases loaded, no outs. You're facing the top of Georgia's lineup.
On the one hand, as a gamer, you know, you're excited, like, hey, coach, give me the ball, let me go. On the other hand, you're like, really, coach?
I think there's probably a bit of both, like, happening in every situation in college softball. There's probably a little bit of nervousness, especially as a freshman, but also you have that competitive spirit. You made it to this level for a reason.
That ball will get underneath the glove of the right fielder, Kale. Lindemuth comes across to score, and Georgia wins 8-0 in 5. And it's a walk-off RBI for Jaden Goodwin, a 4-for-4 day for her.
Goodwin getting it done like she does, is able to pull this ball to score that walk-off run.
And we'll score Lindemuth, and Georgia will get it the 8 needed to end it in 5 here today. 8 runs on 13 hits. As the final midweek tune-up for both of these teams here, and Georgia kept the bats moving this afternoon.
Yeah, the offense definitely started out strong and was able to finish out strong in the 4th and 5th innings as well. Pitching remained steady and kept the Georgia Southern Eagles to no runs.
Georgia now 35-1 all time against the Eagles, 34-13 on the year. as Georgia Southern goes to 19 and 27. That'll do it for us here in Athens for our entire SEC Network crew. And Mary Wilson, this is Caleb. So long from Athens. Georgia a winner, 8-0 over Georgia Southern.